What do you sugar it all up? Yeah, bust some rhymes. Yeah.
I didn't know that the lime and the coconut meant that.
I didn't know.
I thought it meant they were fucking. That's what I thought.
Everybody assumed that they were fucking.
I don't know why did he just say
That was like
because he didn't say that because he know it didn't happen. Clearly, it happens that way.
You know he got.
What's up? Everybody dancing. What's up, everybody? It's me again, and it's time to lean in, bitch. I'm back with Chase. I'm back with Asia. Me and Chase then swift up this little look real quick for the thing.
Get titties. I got the chocolate sitting there.
Asia looked really good, so she need to switch up. But we're here to talk about the Sweet Life again, but Sweet Life, the group chat, which is their reunion. I was very glad. Danny sent this to me like 2 weeks ago. It was coming. I was like, ooh, I was excited for it. So watched it. Really good special. And we're going to talk about it. Before we get started, of course, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all things lean. Like this video, hit the thumbs up, share. And if you're watching this video, you probably should go back and watch the other 3 videos if you haven't already. Or if you already have, this is the last one, because this, unless they have a season 2, this is the end. So thank you again, Chase and Asia, for joining me for this panel. Okay, so we're going to start with, let's actually start with the Issa and the host. Now, I don't know much about the host.
Me either.
We looked her up. My boyfriend looked her up, and I believe she was Miss Teen something or Miss something in the past. But I was curious to know why I'm looking again.
She's from Catfish. I know her from Catfish.
Yes.
What did she do on there?
So she's a Catfish host starting in 2019. Okay. And she is a beauty pageant winner crowned Miss Teen USA 2010. And you know what, Chase? She's also a Scorpio, David, for my birthday.
All right. We love Scorpios.
But I was curious to know why she was chosen, because I don't know.
Yeah.
Her energy didn't give me, I'm here to host a reunion for a reality TV show. Even how she presented herself, like, and of course, y'all let me know what y'all think, but just the moment when Issa actually left and she was just like, I'm not gonna buy it or something like that. It's almost like I was leaving my kids with the nanny or a babysitter. It's just
a fake ass Iyanla.
Yeah, I don't know. But Issa was there. Issa looked beautiful. Issa looks really good. She looks so good. But what y'all think about just the host, Issa, the setup, the whole thing, like the whole moment that they put together for the reunion? Chase, go ahead, Chase.
Okay. I was gonna say that's a very, very interesting comparison that you gave it. Like Issa was leaving her children with somebody else. And for me, I felt like she had left me with someone else too. It was like, I don't really know her. I don't want to. You coming back? Don't leave me with her. But as it progressed, she kind of not all the way, but she grew on me a little bit. And I think that she did the best that she could do, given the circumstances. I think that she wanted to let them have their moments. I think that she was respectful. I do not think that she asked the hard questions, but this is not Bravo, and so I have to continuously uncondition myself. Or whatever I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It's not Bravo. This is not the Housewives. This is not it. She's not Andy, and she did a good job considering.
Yeah. Okay. Asia?
I don't know. That means like if they let Nicki Minaj host.
No, you know what? I don't agree with that, but go ahead. And I'm not even a Nicki fan, but go ahead.
I'm a Nicki fan. I am a Nicki fan. So
Nicki, did you watch Nicki when she did the RuPaul's Drag Race host?
No, I did not.
She was actually a really good host.
But
she watches those shows.
She does watch
her on American Idol. And when she wasn't getting into it, Mariah, she actually was doing a good job.
She has good feedback, yes.
Nicki, she has good feedback. She is very thorough and very analytical. She's a smart person.
She gives me Nicki. Like, in that regard, like, I don't think she did a terrible job, but I think it took her a while to get like personable and comfortable. She gives me if Nicki hosted.
That's good.
Yeah, she gives me if Nicki hosted. I would have been sad, like, damn, I finally get to meet Issa and she gone to do Insecure shit.
Issa was like, listen, I ain't got time for this shit.
Yeah.
She was planning her little secret wedding.
I was thinking about that.
she probably left and went to the south of France from there.
It made me wonder how involved she was with the process because I guess did they not actually meet her at all during the process?
You can tell they didn't. Probably didn't.
They didn't meet her. Yeah. I was like, that's interesting. That's when you know your boss, baby. That's boss, baby.
Yeah. Like, hey y'all. All right, I'm gonna leave my little cousins with you. Take her on.
Don't leave me
cool.
with her.
I think what I did like, I mean, obviously watched the show, but what she tried to do to be more relatable to them is that she would, use things that she knew from watching the show, like, okay, see, Nancy, not too much, I'm just, things like that. So I guess whatever, she was cool. But let's jump into the first topic, which we kind of mentioned, which Trace brought up last episode. I kind of wanted to say for this because this was like their final little ending to it all. Becky versus PJ, they was going back and forth all season, and this is where the lime and the coconut came from. Now, I was curious to know, because they never really said much again about Jordan and Becky. They said it at the beginning of the season, so I was curious to know, like, they're not gonna talk about this some more. The fact that she possibly smashed the homies, and which is the homies homie, whatever. Not saying that's wrong with that because people do it all the damn time, but in this case, like, it never really came back up. So I was glad that she spoke her truth. But as far as Becky and PJ in the finale, Chase, I think he was bringing it up when she approached him. Like, what do you think about that? How do you think about she approached him? I think you wanted to say something on that about the last episode.
Okay, she was upset. She had a little venom for him. She had a little heat for him. Okay, that's warranted. I did not like when they got up and she purposely pushed him, mushed him on more than one occasion. Bitch, keep your hands to your motherfucking self. I don't like that. Go back and watch it. She did.
I missed that part too, actually.
She pushed him and mushed him, and he was like, "Yo, you good? Like, you wildin'. Like, she did all that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You mad? You upset? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. And let me tell you why you don't do that. That is still a man. You better thank the Lord. What if he responded back? You get what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Being a woman, like, how you feel about that?
How do you feel about women provoking men physically?
I mean, I've done it, but I ain't never done it where I never expect to get swung back on. Like,
don't do that. It taught me everything about her character. Yeah, everything about her in that moment. I was like, she's trash.
I feel like if I ever, like, but like if like a nudge or whatever, but I feel like if I ever swung on a man, like, I cannot be shocked if he swung back on me.
Well, Becky gives me she'll be shocked.
Yeah, but that's on you. That's on you, little friend. Like, Becky was buck and doesn't have the nook, and you could tell the entire time, even when Miami rolled up on her.
She didn't want no smoke.
She didn't want no smoke, and even when it happened, she didn't want no smoke then because she was like, she did not want no smoke.
Becky and her damn rap. Ooh, that made me upset.
The thing that got me with Becky is you let this nigga get you so mad that you left your purse sitting on the couch outside. Girl, like, I don't know if people noticed that, but I did. When they got up and left, this bitch left her purse, her bag with her belongings, her driver's license and shit. Like, you so hot over this little weak ass nigga that you begging to, like, be with you, that you leave your purse? Like,
I'm glad that they reached a point to where they kind of like just ended it, because it was the only, like, I was overseeing Jordan and Bree, but I was even more overseeing PJ and Becky, because it was like, I don't understand what they're trying to do. You want, like, they have these, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know we all have these situationships, we go back and forth, but they never, I mean, they have nothing but a couple of rounds in the bedroom, honestly. And she acted like she really liked him. Huh?
They smushed.
I mean,
Becky seemed like they definitely did. Like, she was,
because then she said he don't eat out or something like that, or did he? Remember she made a comment.
She alluded to it at the.
She alluded to that he don't eat out, because
that's why she brought it up in Mexico that she needed.
They flashed the camera back on that. And then they flashed the camera on Jordan, because it turns out that Jordan actually did.
And he had actually did it. They so messy.
Thank you for putting the pieces together.
Yes, I caught that. I was like,
And they kept showing Jordan's reaction in a moment.
Yeah, they did, and we didn't know then. But now we know.
We didn't know, but the payoff, so good, so good, so good.
That was a good full circle. Now that you say that, I don't understand. I think with PJ's attitude in that moment fit because, like, girl, it's too late. Like, if you was gonna react like this, I'd rather you had did it on a boat when I was expecting
exactly.
I don't.
But sometimes people have to process that stuff, y'all.
Which is it's fine.
No, you can't. There are certain things, so you can process how you're going to approach somebody about something like Ty. But sitting there and processing something that you upset about, like mad, I don't know if that's a smart thing to do.
Sometimes I've had a delayed reaction.
Be like, okay, but I'm over it now.
But her whole thing was that she basically was like, I don't want to do this in Cabo, but I'm gonna do this at this party after I had a few drinks. I mean, she was very wild at that dance. She was drunk. She was.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. So maybe I need to change my train of thought because my thought process if I'm putting myself in her shoes, is like, you know what? I'm not gonna ruin this girl trip. He already doing the most. All these bitches out here fighting. She crying over Candace. I'ma chill till we get to Eli train station. Till we get to Eli train station. You know where that come from? But y'all know what that is in the comments. Let us know if you know about Eli train. I'ma chill till we get to Eli train. I'ma whip your ass on this train.
I'ma
chill till we get to Eli train station. But when we get to Eli train station, my nigga, I'm fucking you up on site. Sometimes I do have delayed reactions.
I mean, I understand that, but it's just like you can't be mad when the other person is not. PJ really wasn't engaging because he over it.
There was no different at her doing it in Cabo versus doing it at his event with his artist. I'm sorry. It's the same thing. I didn't broke this thing. But yeah, that's the same thing.
Well, I know for me, I think for me, my delayed reactions be like, if I react right now, I'm gonna flip this whole fucking yacht over. I'm gonna beat everybody's ass on this boat. So it's best for me to exit to the left before I beat everybody's ass in here because you're really trying me right now. And so I don't want to be that girl.
If there is, I feel like if there is a respectful approach to go about something, then okay, and do it. There was no way that she was going to ever come to that man and be respectful about how disrespected she felt.
About him breaking, and it was just him breaking up with her. I felt it.
No, you know, at the reunion, she tried to make it about that he went to the homies and was like, eh.
But he did though. That shit was lame. That was not cool.
That was lame. That was lame.
But we knew this nigga was lame. She knew this nigga was lame from the beginning. I don't have no sympathy for her.
Well, just like Miami said, she didn't stop listening too hard. She listens too hard. That's like Miami said, you listening too much. And she should have been listening. She should have, when he broke up with her on that boat or whatever, she should have went on back to the girls and went, all right, y'all, I'm single too. Like, girl, don't let him get that from you. That's just me. I don't know. If he can do it, I can do it too.
I would have been doing a split. He would have walked in the room. I would have been doing a split.
She be all in her feelings. She be all in her feelings. That's the issue. She don't know how to. She gets in her feelings really bad. That's how we get to the situation right now with Palm Springs. Now, this was a whole big situation at the reunion, and I'm glad. I feel like they should have went in more on this man, but I'm sorry. I agree. There is no way they could say he should have got way more heat. Those girls sat up there and they lied. They were mean girls on their trip.
They were very
and what happened is they got backlash, they got threats and DMs, and then now they want to say we should have came out, we should have went hard on him, but a lot of them lied and said that they gave the heat to him too. No, y'all did. Y'all gave all the energy to Miami.
You didn't. And why?
And when she back, you wasn't
like Amanda looked retarded. I'm sorry, it's your birthday, but you made it more about it being that he didn't brought this girl versus somebody. Now I can see if Amanda said, you know what, why you bringing extra people to my birthday? That's not what it was about, sweetie. Yeah. You made it more about that it was this particular girl and this particular guy bringing a girl to your party.
Because that would have pissed me off too. Listen, you already know we got this. I got to cater dinner. What the fuck she gonna eat? But y'all must be sharing a plate together. Y'all must be sharing the bed together. Because I ain't got time for that. Now, anything other than that, she was right. Hating.
I agree. Stick to that, but that's not what she's mad about. That's not how she came into Miami. Bree, you know, Miami was like, it really wasn't Bree. It was more so Becky. Miami came in and shook the table. She did. She came.
She sure did. She made birds fly away.
Listen,
she
it's
did what
still.
she.
I know y'all love Miami, but it's still something very. It's just off. Go ahead, y'all.
What's
It's just
off?
off.
Go ahead. What's off? Tell us. We talking about it, so let's talk about
So
it.
You
Miami
know
storm
what?
in. Go ahead, Chase. How
I
you
don't
feel?
know if it's off, but maybe it just dawned on me that, you know what? Everybody's a bad bitch, and maybe Miami is off her bad bitchness. I don't know, but it's always just like ooh, and girl, and what, it's very saucy. Like she walks in, like she has her theme music, and it just if you think that I am done,
But
I
they
am
they
through.
made
It's
her
just like
be that girl. They
They
made
it
they
is
made
did.
her
fine.
be
It's
that
just
girl.
like when I'm watching it, I was just like, this girl's off her fucking rocker. That's all I kept thinking. Like this girl is crazy as hell.
They turned her into that girl because they were so pressed.
Yeah,
They made her
she ended up
more
becoming the unsung hero.
a topic. She got a whole little segment, whole to come back and have a whole moment and do all that because of them. They created that. They gave her airtime instead of just
It
being
just was
like,
like, what
okay,
is going on?
right.
But I
I like
appreciate it. She shook it up, baby.
Oh,
I
she
like her
definitely picked
saying
it up.
angry ass Amanda, around the way ass Bree, and whatever she
Oh,
said.
she did. She said, what she say
Oh,
around?
she read all of them from. She said, "Not you, Ty, but for you, but you three
Oh, I
bitches."
was like,
Yeah, it was like,
Hey, look what I did. I was like,
but you know what Ty
"Which one you
also
right,
did this
sis?"
time? You know what she did? She made it clear
Mind
that
her
she was
fucking business.
friends with her. This time she said, yeah, she said, I'm friends with, she said, you too. Like earlier it was like, oh, I know Miami. I know her from around the way. This time it was like they friends.
Yeah, because she didn't
So,
want that heat.
well,
She
didn't
knew she
want
was gonna
that
get
heat.
her ass whooped enough during the reunion.
Miami came in. Miami came in with points, dropping bars. Like
Bombs, not even bars, bombs
when
too.
she came in and said, I hung out with somebody, but I'll tell you later. I'm like, I would have been like, who?
I just knew it was PJ. I knew it.
no, it was not. We knew it wasn't PJ
No,
because
I
PJ
thought it
blew
was.
that.
I
Kofi.
didn't know who. I thought it was gonna be the coffee randomly,
Kofi, yeah, I
Kofi,
thought it
yeah.
was Kofi.
but then
I'm just like,
as the time went on, I was like, it probably was Jordan. But why was she
I just could
like
not believe. But you know what I will say?
what?
It gave me hope because if he sleep with her, he might sleep with me too.
My thing is, this is
Oh
PJ
my god.
and Jordan's third girl that they done shared together.
Oh my god. Oh,
PJ, look, so you know what? In that moment,
oh,
if there's a
It was
season
so
two,
hurt.
if there's a season two,
oh.
I will applaud PJ if he comes back next season and is no longer trying to be a part of the wood, but beefing with Jordan. I want to see him because it's like what it seems like is okay, you trying to befriend this person, but Jordan does not have that same loyalty
He
and type
don't
of
like
friendship
him.
for you. Like he messed around with your possible girl, y'all kicking about it, and then somebody it's just like that's not how you move. The fact
You
that
can
PJ
see the
didn't know
tension.
that exactly. PJ looked he looked like he was
He
not only
was
was
hurt.
he not yeah, he's hurt. He looked embarrassed. He looked confused. He was completely blindsided. And meanwhile, Jordan over there kicking, laughing, and it's just like,
And Jordan also felt like didn't Jordan comment like he was lame for pulling up with Miami in the car and all that stuff. He was like, "Yeah, you was lame for that" or something like that, right?
I mean, he
He
was.
co-signed the girl's opinion
He
what?
was.
But you
regarding
know
PJ.
what got me is when he was like talking to Amanda. You know what? I don't know something about. That's just like, what kind of car did you rent? You rented a Toyota. I rented a McLaren. He was like,
Yeah, he said
what
that. I
kind
was
of house
like,
you?
"Well, point made."
Points
Right.
were made. PJ made points. Like, and Ty, I think Ty was, oh, maybe it was on Twitter. She was like, I drive a luxury vehicle.
But I think the thing was like he was doing so much to try to impress those
He was
dudes,
doing
and
too
it's just
much.
like none of them they don't have the same respect for him, you know, the same type of care, and they don't look at him like that. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
it's nothing he can do about it. That's just what it is.
I wish you guys watched the Real Housewives of New York City from back in the day. He is a character on the Real Housewives of New York City, the
Which one?
original run. Alex McCord.
I used
That
to
is.
watch it in and out.
He
I
is
actually
so
watched the first
Alex.
seasons. That is
Oh,
Alex.
but I love Alex. And so Alex had her moment when she like rolls up on those bitches and let these girls know I am not the one to play with. But it took us a couple seasons to get there, and that's what PJ's doing. Like
Oh well, yeah,
he is so Alex McCord.
everybody has that. Hell, eventually
Yeah.
Heather will get there, but you know we know it's about Heather from Salt Lake City.
Wait, who is Heather?
From Salt Lake City.
Oh. It's
Oh,
Yeah, I know. I'm the same
Yeah,
way, but
overall, PJ was in his feelings. You could tell when, because did you notice that they clashed? Jordan and PJ clashed a little bit later.
Yes.
Well, Jordan said, PJ said, it felt like he said, "I'm glad that the heat is now on him," or something like that. But it actually ended up backfiring again because the heat was on him for alluding to eating old girl out, and or was it the Miami thing? It was one of them.
No, it was the lime and the coconut thing. I think.
Because,
okay, you're right.
If you think about it,
it wasn't. It was the.
Well, no, PJ had a point during that too, though. PJ's point during the lime and the coconut was like, y'all don't have that same energy for this nigga, but y'all sitting up here laughing at me for bringing him a McLaren and bringing Miami. Like, y'all have the same heat for him that y'all have for me, and I feel like I'm not welcome.
Well, he needs to know that they don't look at him the same, baby. Sorry, PJ. It's unfortunate, but this group does not respect you the same. Get your own group, and you come back, and then you know what I'm saying, you'll be that nigga. But right now, unfortunately, I don't think Jordan is all that, but he is that nigga.
They friends and he production.
In his setting, Jordan is that nigga, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, he is.
He got his first little set of millions, and I know millionaires, and they didn't act like that, but I could easily see how they would. When you get your first set of millions, like, and you finally got there.
You got millions, but I don't know.
No, you know what? His brand is really outside of that one jacket that I need with the letter on it. He has like big brand partnerships with Hello Kitty, with a lot of those anime brands and stuff like that, and that doesn't come.
He does licensing, so he does.
Yeah, they don't do that with everybody. So
it's as simple as going to the licensing show.
Well, maybe they do. Ooh, I'm sorry. Ooh. Listen, she chopping y'all the brand. She chopping y'all brand.
Right. I'm just like,
You go to the.
I gotta give you something on it, Bookie Dude.
You go to the licensing show to get that stuff. No, I mean, it's not simple, but you go to the licensing show in Vegas to get that stuff.
But he has fans. They be in the comments because I was looking for my jacket. They be in the comments. Well, when are you getting this one back? Or when are you doing this? Or what is this? And he does have a loyal brand. I will say that.
Okay.
From what I researched.
Okay, so then he that nigga and PJ not. Maybe if PJ.
But PJ is going to be a nigga because that's like Griff has.
PJ is going to. PJ gonna get there. He gonna get there.
Yeah.
He gotta detach himself from. He got to get off of Jordan's dick because
I think he off of it. I think next season they're going to really not be in a good place.
He was mad when he left the reunion.
He was very mad.
I'm mad they came at me like this.
Well, he was mad at the girls, but yeah, he was. But he gonna have to get his own set of friends because he's not really a friend of anybody in that group. But
who is he gonna hang with?
Him and Bree, but they was about to, and I guess
they was about to.
Wait, him and Bree who?
Yeah, they started off in the car. Remember when his
well, I understand that. I'm just saying, like, I don't know where his character goes amongst the group without having a friend to support him next season because what is it? Gerald gonna fall behind Jordan. Cheryl, see nasty, she with her man. Kylie,
my man.
Yeah, she gonna be nice to him, but the other girls don't like him, so that's gonna put her in an awkward position. Or maybe you should just bring him back based off of that, because that'll be great to watch.
Yeah.
Because him and Jordan get
the podcast thing moving with Ty, and so this is where they talk about the podcast stuff and this situation. I mean, they really wasn't getting anywhere at first, but where things kind of went left when they showed that Ty called the boy a sociopath. He was so upset about being called a sociopath.
Who called you that?
Right, a sociopath, and
that's all you got, bro.
He claimed at this moment that she ruined that they ruined the show, but it didn't seem like that they really cared. It seemed like he was actually happy that they was going back and forth. And honestly, I feel like in this moment it showed a lot that the women were defending the men, but the men were not defending the women.
They were staying out of it.
They were, because there was a moment where who said something? Dang, well, he said something. I don't know. It's just I can't even think of who it was. I think he said Jalen said something about Cheryl at first. Is this what he said about the when he was like when we was at Cheryl's podcast, a photo shoot, whatever it is, and she was like, whatever, said, don't get hyped up. Remember that moment when she called it he called it a photo a podcast or whatever it was.
She said a photo shoot, a podcast. It's a podcast. Bitch, calm down.
Yeah.
That moment. It was that was a slip of the tongue, I believe. I don't think she now sis was shade. I don't think that was shade. She was crying, she was emotional, she was trying to get her thoughts together. I think that she's the type of person that has a lot of thoughts at
Who?
once and wants to
Ty
express
or
everything.
Trey?
Thailand,
Ty?
yes.
Oh, yeah.
And so Thailand, she was like, I meant to say, and before she give it correct, it ain't no photo shoot, bitch.
Because
Calm
Cheryl came
down, see
ready, and this is
nasty.
why I don't respect that little girl.
Calm down, see nasty.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cheryl was riding a little. She's riding hard for her man. I get it, but at the same time, a part of me wishes that she would have been talked to her, talked to Gerald, and been like, you know what, that's your friend. Maybe you should hear her out versus just being so blindly, because I mean, I get it. This is your man, but this is also supposed to be. If this is really his close friends, they've been friends. You know what I'm saying? Like
since high school, right?
Huh?
I think they said they had been friends since high school.
Yeah, for a long time. So I wish she would have took that approach too, but she was just like, "No, this is my man. We're gonna stick beside it." But basically, this is where they show the never before seen footage that we didn't see, and this is where he was talking to her and telling her about what happened at the podcast, and it seems like he already knew that she was gonna come at him crazy at some point. So that's why I said when he was talking to her, and he was like, you came at me all what kind of ways, like you knew that she would feel some kind of way. It's like you already were kind of privy to some kind of knowledge, information about it. So I just feel like it just made him look even more suspect, and especially it showed that he did lie to her. You know what I'm saying? She was fed the lie of what actually happened. And it also shows what side he had taken, in my opinion. He had clearly taken,
Yeah, Jordan's side.
He took Jordan's side. I think somebody said somebody said he took Jalen's side. No, he took Jordan's side. Because the story was in his favor.
No, man.
That's just it on that.
It's in your favor to take Jordan's side if that's your friend with the money, and you living at your parents' house, and you used to go over his house and kick it when you manage your girl.
Or you need a Heightland jacket. I was so disappointed in Gerald because I felt that at the beginning of the series he was the voice of reason. He was calm. He was calm, and a lot of rocky seas and stuff like that. And those last 2 episodes really undid a lot of respect I had for that young man. Till I went to his Instagram page and saw with his shirt off. I did not know. I didn't know. I didn't know.
Well, he don't give me. That's not. I saw it and didn't feel no type of.
I was surprised.
I looked too.
Okay. Go ahead, Gerald. I said,
Gerald is a weak ass bitch to me. I'm sorry. Like, not his name, but no. You a lying ass little nigga too? No, I'm good.
Yeah, he's a liar. You definitely a liar.
He definitely is a liar.
And that needs to be addressed. The first episode of next season, we need that addressed.
I could sit here and say like I have respect for PJ. I still got respect for Jordan, Jalen, Rob, everybody on that cast except for Becky and Cheryl and what's Gerald. Like I
actually respect Cheryl. I know you don't like her.
I still respect Cheryl. I do have
she
some
did the right thing given the circumstances.
She just needs to. I think that she was riding hard for her man,
right?
And she was going based off what she had, and she chose her man's side. I mean, it is what it is.
What can you do now? When you watch that footage back, you wrong for that.
Yeah, I mean, even after she's seen everything, like she still was sitting at that table at the chat room, still doubling down and calling Thailand a bitch.
Yeah, the bitch thing. So she didn't. My thing is, she didn't. She called her.
I don't think that you should use that word in the heat of the moment, whether you mean it like that or not.
And that's what I'm saying.
You definitely about to be mad at bitch.
Yeah, come on, you got mad at sis.
I wouldn't compare bitch and sis personally, but I could see where they shouldn't be using the argument. I'm sorry.
What? You can call me a sis all day. You can call me sis all day. The moment you call me bitch.
Yeah, I don't give a damn bitch.
Personally, I'm not gonna care. You can call me all type of names, and it won't hurt my feelings. But if Cheryl was contradicting herself so much,
and she made a choice to use that word. So.
Yeah, you got offended by sis. You got offended by sis.
I didn't know what was about to happen because Ty stood up and then
I want to fight.
I thought they was too. I was like, oh, they're gonna, because Ty, this is the first time she ever really got upset like that. I was like, other than crying, that was the first anger moment. I was like, okay.
I can't fight.
But I'm glad that they actually talked. I'm glad they took them upstairs, and I'm glad that the host was saying to them, like, as women, like, look at y'all, and it really just showed me, like, yeah, these women out here defending these men, but these men ain't defending them, and like the issue was clearly between two friends, but it became between two women. It came down to this my man versus this my man, and I got my man back, and that's really boom. It just blew up.
I think Jalen stayed out of it though because he respects her, and I think that also while they're filming this show the first season, it really came off like nobody really knew their role until like we started getting towards the end of things, and now we're figuring out, okay, Becky is a part of the group, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I think the first season of these shows are very hard because everybody's trying to figure out where they fit in and where they slot and what they should and should not be doing. Which is why I said earlier, I feel like that's one of the reasons why Jalen beat his ass because he didn't really know what you know what I'm saying. Like, but
Jalen, like I said, I'm glad that Jalen, like you said, Jalen didn't get involved because I feel like that's the same stance Cheryl should have kind of took because you know what I'm saying, this is amongst friends. Like I get this your man, but this is his friend. You know what I'm saying? It's not some regular bitch off the street. This is supposed to be his closest friend from high school. So I get it. I see both sides support your man, but at the same time,
it also challenges gender norms too.
Yeah.
Because like in that heavily feels like a man should never address a woman and all those things. You know what I mean? And in this group, you have men and women, and there are going to be moments where men and women are going to get into it. So
there's huge age difference there too.
I think they're maneuvering in a very adult-like way. Although they're young, they do have a lot of like moments that are like life teaching lessons that on the show, and some real shit, whether they're age or not, that's happened. And I think people older could actually learn. Some folks older still ain't learned.
You're right.
They do handle more maturely than what we've seen in the past from older groups.
Nobody fought this whole season, and we still enjoyed the season.
I feel like PJ and Jordan will fight next season if they keep
I don't think they're gonna. I don't think this is a fighting group. Like I don't think any of them are. I want to fight. Like
see, Nasty was gonna get the fight, and Jalen was gonna get the fight. Them too.
I was gonna say I definitely feel like Cheryl was a fighter.
See, Nasty wanted action. She wanted it twice. She wanted it on set, and she wanted it in the group chat.
Yeah, she did.
She definitely wanted it in the group chat. She was like, "Bitch."
She did. She did. She said,
"I see my little pants. Good thing I had on pants."
I saw it a completely different way, but maybe those are just my feminine eyes. I don't know.
No. What did you see?
I saw Cheryl feeling comfortable around cameras, but I don't. Yeah, I don't necessarily.
You don't think she would have bust no great?
I don't know. Her energy leading up to that was very like you could tell it was getting to a point to where her and Ty it was gonna blow up between them two.
Yes.
It started from the moment when she talked to Gerald at the photo shoot. You already got the sense that she was going to. They were eventually going to argue. I was like, I didn't believe it because I didn't see it coming, but I knew they was going to have a moment. I knew it.
And it kept escalating.
It did. It escalated.
They didn't want to de-escalate it.
Because
I don't see it though. Like to be honest, like I see Ty more so being ready. Like, look, I didn't suppress his anger enough. I see Cheryl was like too. It was Cheryl didn't pop off, show really any type of real emotion up until these scenes with Ty.
Like, she tried to see it from Asia,
words. It was her words.
No, I'm saying up until it came, it only was with Ty, the person who brought her into the.
Well, Cheryl tried to make it about her addressing Gerald at the event.
Really,
it was about her addressing her man.
Yeah. And
don't talk to my man like that.
I get
don't talk to my man like that. That's really what it was given the whole time.
Yeah, but say that, girl. Like that's why you hang with niggas.
Because she didn't want to be wrong.
She wasn't gonna say that because she'd been wrong, so she had to find a way where she could be right.
But she wasn't right.
Because they both took the side of you did this in my event, you ruined this, you ruined my you ruined my podcast, you ruined my photo shoot. They both took that stance.
But nobody ruined her photo shoot. The girl did wait until after the shoot was over.
And she was calm about it. And I think she thought that because it's my friend, I can do this here and it won't be a problem.
Well, you know what? Ty was calm. But what I can say when I look back, when you say, "Are we even friends?" Stuff like that,
Yeah,
you got to be careful when you say stuff like that because you're not aggressive, but you making like
that's
these
attacking.
statements. You making statements like, "Whoa, like dang, where's that coming from?" So
Feels
she
attacking.
could, if she had left that out and be like, you know what, we'll disagree, something like that. But she was like, well, damn, are we friends? And then she, did she call him a sociopath? Then she, if you look back to the cameras, she looked back to the cameras with her boyfriend. She told her boyfriend that they were some weak ass niggas. She really went off. She did go off really fast. I mean,
At
that's why I
that
said
point,
like it was a lead up to. It felt like it was a lead up to it that we didn't see, whereas she was just mad about this podcast shit. To me, the podcast thing seemed like it was the last straw, and she alluded to something on the. I really wish I would have rewatched the reunion right before we talked. My bad, I was at dinner. Being fancy.
and I'm hungry.
But I feel like she alluded to it being like a buildup about the treatment of Jalen and Rob, not just Jalen. And I think that's why.
Oh, Rob was he was piping up too because
Rob wanted action too. He wanted a piece of
he
Gerald.
told one of them to like stop talking like I'm talking. Like
Yeah,
he was definitely like, you can tell that Jalen and Amanda, they stem, and so are their boyfriends. You know what I'm saying? And I want them to keep that because that's what we happen to like them a whole lot more than Patricia, them over there.
Well, when I was in side note, when I was in Chicago, I ran into them.
Yeah,
I didn't like go speak to them. But when we were talking about doing the show, they walked into the restaurant I was at, and it was Amanda, Rob, Thailand, and Jalen.
Yeah.
Like in the hood of
They're
Chicago.
real friends.
They're real friends. Like they were up there. I don't even know what they were up there doing, but they were all up there together. And a couple, I think maybe the Kofi guy, I'm not sure, but they were up there.
Is that why Amanda was? I'm sorry. Go ahead, AJ. I apologize.
I'm just saying they were up there, like being friends. They were definitely a foursome, and I like that. I like that being shown. So Amanda got tied back no matter what. Jalen and Rob, you could tell
She
they got
calm down though.
Who? Which one?
I don't like that. You're not gonna take nobody without me.
Amanda is very much so like, she was like, yeah, the house is blue. Yeah, the house is blue. That's her.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I disagree with that.
Okay.
Primarily because I like when somebody at least knows who they are, and I like part of this about Brie too. When you know who you are and you can be able to just express that, like you don't hold that shit in. So Amanda is very aggressive in her approach, and you be like, "Girl, what did you think?"
You think Cheryl is the one that will do it for cameras? I completely feel like Amanda is. You said Cheryl was putting on for the camera. Amanda gave me putting on for the camera the entire season.
What the entire she can't go down herself.
Wow, I think that's how Amanda really is.
And if she's like that, that is even worse.
You know what? Ooh, I hope they don't. Ooh, okay. All
right. They tried to make Amanda like the big deal at the beginning of the season, and I never felt it. It didn't happen. Like she's like the Sheree. Like give another season.
Like yeah, I think Amanda is I like Amanda and I like Rob. I just like them both.
I love them together. Yes,
I like them together. I love Rob. I love Rob. And I deal with Amanda because she's right there. But I think Rob is like a really great person, and he definitely, he speaks up when needs to speak. He chill. That's kind of like both of Ty and Amanda's boyfriends. They both are like that. They're present. They have a good time. They like they women. They there for their women. That's what they're there for. And then the rest of it is extra. And that's what I like about that.
Yeah. I think Amanda and Brie are gonna grow. I think they're gonna grow on us, and Brie might grow faster than Amanda because we saw more of Brie's personal shit than we saw of Amanda's. But I'm not counting Amanda out. I actually really do like her, and I also like her man. He's cute.
I'm not counting C Nasty out. I want C Nasty to leave Gerald, and I want to see her single. I'd rather see her live a single life.
See, Nasty single life gonna be off the chain.
I will be here for that, and I will not even hold you.
I want to see her single.
Cheryl, if she left that nigga.
She is definitely
I like Cheryl, Asia. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't. Not. I liked Cheryl at first. I wanted to take one of my tweets back because I really liked her and Thailand at first, and didn't like Amanda. And I was like, I want to take my tweet back. But
Amanda is just Amanda.
if
You know
I think
what?
I like her, she's just herself. Like we
I
gotta.
hate to use this. I hate to use this analogy or this comparison or whatever. I'm a big fan of Destiny's Child, more specifically the original Destiny's Child, Beyonce, Latavia, Kelly, Latoya, in order of interest of what they came into the group. So towards the split, round 99, if you watch those interviews and they're promoting the writers on the wall, Kelly will say, oh, they'll be like, who did you work with? Oh, we worked with Candy and Shakespeare, da, da, da. Everybody be railing out the producers. And then Kelly will come in and Beyonce produced on the song and she wrote the songs and da da da. And Latoya Latavia would be looking at her like, could you get from all the way from out of her ass? Damn, like you could tell they were really friends, and then whatever happened, they split. So like when you are really friends with people, it's like, okay, we get like she is a bad bitch, but are you a bad bitch? Do you have a
Do
personality?
you have your
Can
own
you come from
brain?
up out of her ass? Yeah, like you
Yeah.
know what I mean? And that's what Amanda gives when it comes to Thailand, and it most especially was highlighted when whoever this person is that's moderating the reunion wants to pull Ski Nasty and Ty upstairs, and she's like, "You ain't going up there. I don't like that. No, not without me." It's like, Kelly, we get that Beyonce wrote the songs and did this, but
She
damn, girl, calm
does. That is
down. Like, yeah,
actually
like
that's
I
exactly what I
implore you to
see.
watch an interview from the original Destiny Child, and you will see that like what she said. They look like,
Yeah, she is
damn, bitch,
a
you was whipped. You know what I mean? Like
she
you
is
are
a
whipped.
writer. She is a writer.
Right? She's a writer, but it's annoying.
I think Cheryl's apology is fake. That's why I'm not fucking with Cheryl. If
what
Cheryl
no,
really
I definitely agree. I don't think that she was sit as I think she apologized, but I don't think they good personally.
yeah.
No. I don't get that. And honestly, I get that because on both ends, they both
They still
have
were
made it
mad.
very clear that they not friends like that. So it's like it's easy to let that go. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? They just made up
Yeah.
for the moment for the sake of black women and the reunion. It was
Yeah.
good, but that was TV. But next season, they're never gonna get past this. I'm sorry.
You
This
know
is
who surprised me in the moment? Well, not in that particular moment, but as they were rapping, it was Gerald. He was not fucking budging. I really, because like I
that's what
mentioned,
I'm
I thought
saying.
that
That's
he
what I'm
was
saying.
the
That's why
divisive
it's
reason.
over.
I was surprised that he just would not budge. I was like, Gerald.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I know that not only is of course Ty and them ain't got that, but Ty and Gerald, they're not. That's gonna be that's done
That's done.
because
And it
he
will be
doesn't
done
want to.
for
He don't
you.
want to own up to anything. He
I just
feels
did
like
not expect that from him.
it does not
I
give
did.
like it don't give
You
friend
did?
like he can't even.
Mhm.
Yeah, you said you got what?
No,
The
I said
first couple of episodes, I just did not get that from him. Go ahead, Asia.
Me neither. Me neither. Me neither. I didn't either. I
I
never got
did
that.
because he seemed like he was putting on for TV. And then he kept accusing other people for putting on for TV. And that's why I was like, so he's putting on for TV. Because even during and was like, you wouldn't even act like yourself. Like y'all, you was acting all private and reserved, and this is not how you are. Like
Yeah.
you could tell that's not who he really is, but he was
He's
putting on for
mean.
I thought that he was going to be like, you know what, Ty, I'm
Let's agree to
sorry. Like
disagree and move
let's hug it
forward.
out. Like, give like a big
I
brother
love
type
you. We
feel.
that's
friends.
not who he is.
Yeah.
But
That's
he
not
didn't.
who he
He
is.
was giving like, I don't owe you shit.
He's a mean
That's
girl.
his real personality. And I
He's a
think
mean girl.
I brought that shit out because otherwise he was just gonna keep skating on TV
He's
as
gonna
this
skate.
little timid ass nigga
Wow.
with his little ride or die ass hood nigga girlfriend.
And
Like
it's just like
I said what I said, Chase. Don't do that face.
It's okay. I just, I've been dying to be on the panel with you for the longest. Have I not, Cortez? I've been saying, please
yes.
put me on there with her. Please put me on the show with her. Please put me on the show down to the thing with her.
Yeah.
So I'm basking in it, baby. Do your big one.
But yeah, Gerald, I see the fake nice niggas. Okay, like I can point them niggas out.
Wow.
Gerald is a fake nice nigga, and I don't like it. He's giving me Lawrence season 2 with Tasha vibes. Like that is Gerald. Like you come off like this is really nice guy, this really genuine guy, but we know deep down inside you really act just like what's that nigga name? Jordan. Like you really just like fake nice.
And that's why y'all are friends for no reason.
At all. And then you saw how I'm about
They
to go
mean
off for 2
boys.
seconds.
They mean
You
boys.
saw how he was coming at Gerald was coming at Bree on some like, oh, well, I got somebody for you who ain't about to be all in your business. She actually got shit going on for herself and shit like that. Introducing him to the other girl.
Oh yeah, Jay. Yeah.
And it was
He
just
definitely
like,
shitted all over Bree, but I mean, at that
what you
point, it was
shitting on her
annoying.
for?
So.
And I like I said, I'm not even team Bree, but nigga, what the fuck you got to do with this shit? Why are you?
I don't take Gerald seriously because he still lives with his parents, one, and he is like he's not at a place to where like it doesn't surprise me. I was surprised initially, but as time went on, he still lives with his parents. He doesn't have his brain has not furthered living amongst his quarters of his parents. So honestly, he's only so much he can think and feel. I just feel bad for Cheryl. I feel like Cheryl has a lot more potential, and she's kind of being clumped with that. You know,
you know what? And he is the only cast member for me, the only one, because I kind of saw everybody for what they were at the beginning. I'm definitely a good judge of character. He's the only one that clicked down for me during the series. I already knew Thailand was gonna get on my fucking nerves, acting like she the boss. I already knew Amanda was gonna get on my nerve being a yes man. I said I ain't changing on that. The boss. She thinks she's boss, and you're not, bitch, because everybody ate your ass up at the end of the season.
She is the
She is the
point of the
nucleus,
group.
and I get it. You know what I mean? But it's annoying. And so, I saw Amanda for being yes.
I thought Amanda was gonna be
bullshit.
more of I thought Amanda would be a little bit more of a less of a supporting role than what she was because they tried.
She deserved to be a friend.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And Becky could have took her place. Honestly,
I like Amanda.
But Becky took her place. I saw Becky and Bree, Ramona and Sonia, the birds. I saw Jordan. I said this nigga ain't shit, but he fine. Lord Jesus. PJ lame. And then I was like, here goes C Nasty and listen, they both fun, they both cool, they both calm. They're gonna be the voices of reason. And C Nasty didn't click down for me, but Gerald and his stance and the way that he handles conflict definitely clicked down for me, and I don't like it. And tighten up. You got to tighten up, young man.
Yeah, I hope
out. So, what do you expect?
I hope in the next season that I see where the group could go. It's definitely this is the first season where they introduced the show, but it has the potential to go in so many different directions. And I hope that they get renewed, and I hope that it goes those ways because I want to see PJ against Jordan. I want to see more of Ty and what's her name and Cheryl. And you know what I'm saying. I just want to see all of that.
And Miami.
I want to see Miami. I wouldn't mind seeing her life. They need
a
party girl. Huh?
If Miami came on, what do you think she would be? I think she would be. I personally think Miami would be a villain, and people wouldn't see her. People wouldn't see it for her as much. Mm-mm. I would.
She's the anti-hero.
Yeah, I want to see her on here to see how people really feel about her not being attacked, but her real
you know what? I think it's set in stone now. I don't think that she's going to be too much of a villain. These people have established themselves as characters on the show to not be really like great people. Unfortunately, you know what I mean. Their traits are really bad, and so she is going to be the one. She's like a Brandy Glanville. She's going to be calling them out. She's not going to hold back. She's going to say what she wants to say. And 9 times out of 10, unless she does something really overboard or really trashy like Brandy ended up doing towards the end of her run, people are going to like her. She's going to be a truth cannon.
She needs a friend.
And the group needs a truth cannon.
But she needs
I think Ty would be her friend.
But
Ty is going to be her friend.
I think now with this happening, one thing could happen is that Ty will be her friend, yes. And because it seems like Becky was like, we were trying to be friends. And after she didn't call them out, and now, Becky ain't getting no more death threats and stuff like that. The celebrity people, real artists stars are always saying they get death threats and stuff like that.
Ain't nobody threatening. Well, they are, but you don't take that shit serious, bitch.
Child, okay, right.
I gotta see him to believe
it. But I am definitely excited for season 2. It definitely was a good show. Asia actually brought it to me. What side you on? This side. Asia brought it to me because I wasn't going to watch it. I wasn't going to watch it. So thank you, Asia, for bringing it. And when there's a season 2, obviously we'll be talking about it. Any last words before we lean out?
The first song wasn't the single. That should have been a theme song. Why is that not the theme song?
For the I like the artist. The artist
I
is
like the theme
actually,
song. Don't get me wrong, but like the Sweet Life, you think of Frank Ocean, Sweet Life.
but listen
Guess
to the
maybe been too
actual
expensive.
artist. The artist that does that, he has some good music. I ain't never heard of him until I heard them, but he has some good music.
I
Okay, I'm
want
gonna
to.
listen to him.
I think if it gets picked up, and my predictions for season two, or what I would like to see in season two is I want to see PJ do better. Like I want to see him grow with his, because his artist, the Griff guy, that
It's
was
gonna
like
be
he was
potential.
good. Like I was
Yeah.
enjoying.
He was
I was
cool.
actually enjoying the performance. I was like, oh, okay. So I want to see PJ do better. I would like to see Jordan and PJ get into it. I want to see the two relationships that I like grow, Amanda and Rob. I want to see them grow like separate and get more camera time as a couple. Um, I want to see Tylen and Cheryl get into it, like or not get into it, but whatever their relationship gonna be. And I want to see Bree like actually liking somebody and still living out the end of her 20s in a good light.
You want to see it reciprocated.
Not even, I just want her to live. I want it to be on TV, a black girl dating in her late 20s and eventually find love. Like that's what I
Okay.
want, because it is a good
Um,
thing that they showing her in her bird stages. Like I love it. Like I call her a bird, but I don't mean it in a bad way. She's just a
this
bird.
is what
It's
we
a
call
good,
them. Yeah, that's what we call you.
yeah,
Call you
it's
bird.
good. It's like a good thing.
Right.
Okay.
Cause she out there doing whole shit and most shit.
Any predictions,
Uh,
Chase?
you guys have said everything. As far as the cast dynamics, I would like to see. I love this. Don't get me wrong, because I've been dying for a Black Vanderpump Rules. So I need to get a little bit more Vanderpump Rulesier, like a little bit more messier, a little bit more, dicier. And I think Miami is one of the perfect additions. I don't think that she'd be full time, but I think that she could do more camera time. I think that she can come to the party. Oh, Miami dance a party. Let's go ahead and get it popping. You know what I mean? But other than that, I think Asia definitely laid out all the future storylines. I do want to see the group or more people hold Jordan and not PJ, Jordan and what's his name, Gerald,
Girl,
Gerald accountable. And I actually think that that might be PJ's role moving
I
forward.
think,
Like y'all talked about
yeah,
me, and then look at y'all. Y'all are some horrible trash ass niggas. Let's do it. You know what I
yeah.
mean? And if he takes that role, he is going to be
we might be
a
putting
fan
PJ.
favorite. Yeah.
Well, y'all basically said everything I got to say. I mean, I'm just looking forward to season 2. So I don't really have any other, I just want to see Cheryl and Ty again, edit again, because I'm
They
sorry.
were gonna fight. I don't care, Asia. They was gonna bust it.
They
Well,
will. That
Cheryl gonna bust
sis
it because
and
I
that
really feel
bitch.
like Pat's
I
scary.
really feel like Cheryl. I'm sorry, like
That's
I
what
don't
it's
want to say
canon.
who can and can't fight, but Cheryl gives me calm, crazy fighter T. Like I get like there's more to her that we need to know. We didn't get a chance to know a lot of her, but now she's made it to where she could definitely, her and Gerald, they can definitely be some really heavy hitters the next season based off how they ended, and they didn't
They're
start that way.
gonna demand more camera time.
Yeah, they
Absolutely.
didn't. They didn't start that way. So, with that being said, we're gonna lean out. We want to thank everybody for watching this series of recaps for us. It was fun. Asia, we've been here. Chaz did the chat. Chase, sorry, you were here for the last 2, and then Kirsten was here for the first. Come back, Mariah.
Grow up, Chase. Grow
Mariah.
She's
up.
here, honey. Yeah.
But no, yeah, again, thank you, Chase. Thank you, Age. Thank you, Kirsty. If you're watching, thank you for the first 2. Be sure to check out all the other content. And if there's any other shows similar to this or season 2, we'll definitely be back for that. Like, subscribe, comment, all things this video, all things lean. Check us out on later videos, and y'all have a good rest of y'all lovely Tuesday as I am.
Good
And
night.
shout out to the black excellence that it did portray,
Good
because we did get them together, but it was black excellence, and I love that.
Good night.
Get this man